I want to try to include a couple of things in this video to catch you up on a few different things, and I'm actually going to finally get around to my Q&A, which I first mentioned back in August, I think, or maybe even July, and I have to say I've been very lazy. well, more like procrastinating. Every time I went to make a video, something else seemed more important. But finally, here I am, and I will get around to answering your questions. So before we get to the questions, just a quick bird update. Now that it's spring again, Mr. and Mrs. Canary have babies on their mind, so they have been separated once again. They're still flirting through the cage bars. Usually one of them is free in the room and the other one is in the cage. And yeah, it's really, really sweet. They're so adorable, but once again, they will not be allowed to have babies. Another important piece of bird news is the first pigeon, Azulito, has left us. He decided, that was originally the plan. He was meant to go in October, but he didn't want to. But now I suppose that it's spring, he has decided to leave. He was afraid of going outside for a long time, and he would never go out the window, but eventually I was bringing the canaries out in their cages on the patio in the back garden, and with a lot of encouragement he went outside and he decided to leave. And so of course he's always welcome to come back, but I would say that he is busy looking for a partner. Okay, so let's get on to the questions. Let me just bring them up here on the screen. Now, I first mentioned this this Q&A way back when I was doing the rationing experiment, so that's why some of them might be about rationing. Just a moment. Okay, so the first question from the Kale Sandwich Show. They have an amazing channel. If you're not already subscribed, you should definitely check it out. I will leave a link. And they say, do you prefer to travel by train, plane or automobile, or other, walking or cycling perhaps? And I would say my favorite would have to be train. The others are really cool as well. Plane is always fun. I like any sort of traveling, not as much as I used to. I used to be totally obsessed with traveling, but I mean like really obsessed. I had a need to travel, especially long journeys, especially trains. I was always like looking online for like really long train journeys just so I could take them. I wanted to go on the Trans-Siberian train, which is like 7 days, 6 nights, I think. I never got around to it, and I probably won't now because I've kind of gone off the idea, but I was on a really long train journey of like 50, 56, 57 hours or something like that, so that was pretty cool. Walking is good as well. Cycling I like as well. Depends on where you're cycling. But yeah, just to give an answer, train. I think travel by train is definitely the best. Let's see, next up is from Carb Rock. Do you dance professionally? No, not even close. What are you going to miss most on the ration diet? As I said, this is from the time when I was doing the rationing. And let me see, I'm trying to remember what did I think I was going to miss most. I think it was ketchup. I was a bit concerned about ketchup. And in the end, what did I miss most? Fruit, just fresh fruit. Oh my god, it was just 1 week, but I was really going crazy for fresh fruit by the end. Have you ever traveled to the USA? No, I haven't. What are your general thoughts on the USA? I don't know. It's an interesting place, big. It's just so diverse, isn't it? So different. It's hard to like think of a couple of adjectives to describe it. I don't have any plans to visit. Maybe I will someday, but at the moment I don't have any plans. But interesting and diverse. I think is the only thing I can say about it at the moment. Let's see. Next one, Aurel. I'm sorry. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I think it sounds like Aurel. Let's see. I heard you mention a gym in the video. You talked about the healing process of the snail usage. Do you go to the gym to lift weights, or do you prefer cardio? No, I don't lift weights. Sometimes I lift little weights that are like 1 kilogram, but not very much. Sometimes I lift water bottles, seriously. But in general, I don't lift weights. Do you prefer cardio? No, I don't really do cardio either. I just like ballet exercises and just body exercises, like push-ups and squats and things like that. Let's see, next question. There's one from Churst1031, 1031, and he or she said, very interesting. Please update us with how it is to live on rations, or whether you come up with various ways to cook them or just do the same thing every day. Well, this is a bit old, as I said anyway, but it was kind of difficult to think of new things to do every day. I don't really want something new and exciting every day with food. Sometimes I just choose the easiest thing and make the same old thing. And it was kind of difficult because I was doing it for the radio station. It was kind of difficult to be interesting. Do this one. Let's see. How long have you been a vegan, and how did you get the name Dancing Snail? Says Mouselilly. Hi Mouselilly, I love your channel. I've been a vegan since I was 22, but I have to take out, so I would say like 9 years, but I have to take out a couple of months where I wasn't a vegan, so let's just go with 8 years. And I talked about that in my dairy face video, when I suffered the effects of going back to dairy products. It was only for a short period of time anyway. I never planned to go back on them for good, but now I know that I never will. Obviously I would have anyway for ethical reasons, but if you watch that video, you'll see that I didn't feel very healthy going back to dairy products. Let's see, Scarlett Gone Raw, another fantastic channel. Is Spain your permanent residence? Yes, it is. How is the internet speed there for uploading, downloading, and watching? Also, is it expensive? It is really good. I have a really good internet connection at the moment, and it's not too expensive. Well, the better your connection is, the more you pay. But I'm really happy with my connection at the moment. Veganic. Do you believe in intelligent extraterrestrial life? And did you ever have any UFO experiences or witness any sightings? Thank you for that question, Veganic. And again, like all the other questions, I'm sorry it took me so long to get around to it. And Veganic has a really cool channel as well. I will leave the link in the description. So do I believe in intelligent extraterrestrial life? Yes, I think I do, but I don't think they have reached us, although you never know. Maybe they found a way to travel faster than the speed of light, or they found a wormhole to get through to visit us, perhaps, but probably not. Or they traveled before the universe expanded as time went on and they got here, and now they can't get back to where they were originally from. Maybe, but yeah, I think that the universe is so big, there must be intelligent life elsewhere, but I just don't think they have visited us, and I have not had any UFO experiences. Well, I mean, a couple of times I've seen strange things in the sky that I didn't know what they were, so you could say they were unidentified flying objects, but I'm sure there was a rational explanation for everything. And oh yeah, any other thoughts I may have on this subject? Yeah, well, I do. I think, there are so many stories and personal accounts of people with UFOs. I really think a lot of that could be attributed to sleep paralysis, and just a lot of people don't know about it. And I think more people should know about it because it used to happen to me a lot, and it is really freaky. But thank God I knew about it before the first time it happened. So then, when it did happen, when I was in the dream, I was like, oh, this is what people are talking about. So I was more relaxed and I wasn't so freaked out. Then it got kind of creepy after that, and things got worse because it was like every time. I'll make another video about this sometime, but it was like every time I would think, this is sleep paralysis, then something creepier would happen, and I would be like, oh my god, it isn't, it's real. But it was in the end. So I think a lot of UFO stories can be accounted for with sleep paralysis. Moving on to the next question. Ilka after it. How long have you been practicing ballet? Just 2 years. I did it when I was younger, until I was 14, I think, and then I just started again 2 years ago. Is it your only and favorite way to exercise, or do you enjoy other activities? Yeah, well, just, ballet-related exercises are the only other things I really do. I don't really do any other exercises. A bit of walking, but nothing really, I'm not really good at sports. Don't really have very good hand-eye coordination. If you hear noises in the background, it's the pigeon. Let's see. Racey Baby says, what made you to decide to do YouTube, and what are the main ways it has changed your life? Well, I just really wanted to share things and talk about things. And I don't have any friends to listen to me. Well, I suppose people are sick of me talking about the things I always talk about, and I just think, some of the things I have to say can be useful for people, so I want to share those things. And how has it changed my life? Well, it's just made me happier being able to share some things that I think are useful. Let's see. Next question. Steve Harris, hi Steve, says, do you live in Ireland? No, I'm from Ireland, but I don't live there anymore. Let's see. Ilka had a few more questions about the rationing project, but I answered all of them. About margarine. In the end, I didn't go for the margarine. Okay, well that's all. Yay, finally. Okay, sorry if this was a little bit rambly. And thank you guys so much for all your questions. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.